Hey friends, I'm often asked the question, why did you want to come to Taiwan? And I'm asked often enough to the point that my my answer has shortened over the years and changed and everything. So I would like to tell my story just once, as completely as I can, for the record, and everyone can know. When I was little, I was fascinated with languages, and I became interested in different writing systems. I got the alphabet page from the dictionary, and I learned how to write in Greek and Korean and everything. And then when I was about 10, we got a National Geographic magazine about the Himalaya Mountains. And some of the Himalaya Mountains are in China. And the peak names, the names of the mountain peaks and areas were written in Chinese. And I was just fascinated by this. Then we had a visit from an uncle, not parents, brothers and sisters, but like grandparents, somebody, my father's neighbor's dog's former roommate, something, one of those things. And he had been a missionary to Japan for 20 plus years, Uncle Howard. And he was able to read some of these things to me when I showed him the magazine. And I was just like, wow, this is so cool. So I always wanted to learn Chinese for that reason. When I was 11 or so, my parents took my sister and I to Canada for a week or 4 days or whatever. And we were at a bookstore, and there was anything to English dictionaries, every language. And Chinese was a big fat one. And I was like, oh, I really want this book. And my parents said, no. And then I gave up. And maybe 10 years later, when I was 20, went to university and met my first Taiwan friend, Ken Chang. And I visited his dorm room and saw that he had a Chinese English dictionary, and he taught me how to use it a little bit. I was just like, this is the coolest thing ever. Okay, and one other time I visited him, he was talking to his parents on the phone speaking Taiwanese. And I was like, yeah, I have to learn this. I don't care if it's the most useful language in the world, whatever. I have to learn this. So, the next few years, I learned Chinese and Taiwanese. Being in USA at the time, there were a lot of there were a lot of Chinese and Taiwanese people that studying computer science. So I had a lot of classmates around me who spoke Chinese and Taiwanese, and I was able to pick it up. So 1995, I visited for 3 weeks, and 1996, I came back for good. So that's basically the story. This is not why I like Taiwan now. that's a different subject. And many thanks to Kieran Reade, I hope I'm pronouncing that properly, who has made videos about his first year living in Mexico. So that's basically the story. Take care.